What's up, everybody? Welcome to The Revival. My name is JJ, and today I want to know, how do you tackle your backlog? Alright, so I can't imagine this video is going to run super long, just because it's just something that's kind of been running around in my mind, and I do that every now and then, and it just makes me want to talk about it. So, here we are, and that is tackling backlogs, man. Everybody I know, especially if you're a collector, good lord, you've got a backlog of games that you want to get through. Some people choose to finish them, some people choose to just play them until they don't want to play anymore. Some people want to just play until they feel like they've gotten their money's worth. Some people play games that you can't technically beat because there's always things you can keep doing and progressing and stuff. And I'm kind of just curious as to other people's how they go about, going to the next game, choosing the next game, and what they do. Me personally, so I try to finish every game on my backlog. The only time I don't is if I really, really just don't like it, and I'm like, there's no way I'm getting through this, I can't do it. Which does not happen very often, to be honest with you. Like, normally with games, even if I'm not crazy about them, once I kind of understand the mechanics and can kind of go through it, I do tend to just stick it out and play through it, which might not be the best thing in all cases, because the last thing you want to do is force yourself to play something you don't want to finish. So that's not definitely a method for everybody. Another thing that I also do is there is a website, I may have mentioned this a couple of times on the channel, howlongtobeat.com, and it's basically just like a big database of games where you can see how long it takes to beat these games. And they basically, like, people can put in their times and how long it took them to beat it and stuff, and so it averages out the times of all the other users. And then it displays that. So if you're ever curious how long it takes to beat something, you're like, well, I feel like, I don't want to do like a huge long game, like a Dragon Quest VII or something like that. I want to do something quick, like a Link's Awakening or something like that. You can go to that website, just type in the name of the game, and it'll tell you on average how long it takes. It'll even like break it down and say, like, this is for just start to finish, this is for with some extras, and this is for everything. As like completionist kind of thing. So I love that website. It's great. You can create an account. You can even like catalog your games and then mark off which ones you've beaten and stuff. And you can have friends lists and all that stuff. So it's a really great tool to have to if I'd probably take it way more seriously than I should, to be honest with you. Just because I like to be able to look at that list and be like, man, I've taken down all these right here. And then I've also got one of the cool things is that it has a random selection feature. So basically, like, you can put in all the games you have on your backlog. And first time doing it, if you have a lot, it does take a while, yes. You can only imagine. You don't have to. You can absolutely just add games to your completed list just like that. Or if you just want to use it to find out how long it takes to beat, do that. But what it can do is, like, if you're like, I have no idea what I want to play, I just can't decide what I want to do next, I'm up for anything, you can go to your backlog list and then there's like a random button, and it'll choose one random game from your unbeaten games for you, and boom, there's your choice. I mean, obviously you play whatever the hell you want, but I think that's kind of a neat feature when you can't decide what you want to get into. And I've done it a couple of times. And it's always at least helped me narrow things down, because if something comes up and I'm like, I actually don't want to play that. I do care about what I play now. It helps in that way. So then I'll just I'm gonna push the random button again. But it's a neat little feature. Also, what I did this past year, and I'm probably going to make a video on it at the beginning of next year, going over the list. But what I did at the beginning of this year was you're gonna think I'm a huge dork. So I don't know. I'm just really organized, so I like to do spreadsheets and crap. Anyways, I made a document where I wrote out a list of 20 games at the beginning of 2019 that I wanted to beat by the end of the year. I could absolutely do other games if I wanted to. I could kind of sprinkle some different things in, but ultimately what I wanted to get done and check off my backlog was those 20 games. And I'm down to 2 left, which has been really cool. And every time I mark another one off, it feels awesome. It feels like I'm actually accomplishing things and going forward. And I know this is totally arbitrary and probably means nothing to most people, but I don't know. It's a cool little sense of accomplishment, and I actually really get a kick out of doing it. It was just something I thought I'd try, and I'm definitely going to do it next year as well. The main thing I didn't do this year, though, was I didn't put new games on there. It was all old stuff. And I'm not sure if I'm going to do that again, because that made it to where... So I got to, April, and I was like, crap, I've been playing all old stuff, but there's new stuff that has come out that I really haven't touched. And I really need to. That way, at the end of, 2019, I can make a top 5 2019 games. I have to be able to play some new stuff. And obviously, I want to play Final Fantasy VII Remake next year, so I'm most likely going to add new games on there as well, but I'll probably keep it limited to maybe 5 new games or something like that. That doesn't mean I won't play other ones. That just means that these are the ones that are on my radar that I definitely have to finish by the end of the year, because I would love to be able to critique them and talk about them at some point. This also kind of plays into reviews and games that I want to review for the channel. Kingdom Hearts 3 is a review that I've got coming out in the next few weeks that I just finished finally, but it was on the list. That was one of the new games that I did put on the list for last year. Got a lot to say about that one. A lot of good. So if you're a Kingdom Hearts 3 fan, rest easy, because I did enjoy it. But I do have a lot of things to say, and I'll save it for the review and stuff. But really excited to get into that. But I don't know. I just really enjoy being able to visualize my list of stuff that I've accomplished and things I still have to do. It also, if I'm, how long to beat helps with if I'm not sure what kind of genre I want to play. Do I want to do another really heavy JRPG after I just knocked out, Persona 5 or something like that? It's kind of rough to want to jump into something like that already. The 2 games I have left for this year are Dragon Quest VI and Persona 3. So I'm looking to start up Dragon Quest VI as soon as I finish Final Fantasy VIII Platinum on PS4, and because I'm going out of town for a couple of times before the end of the year, and I figure that'll be a good time to get in some DQ6 game because I'm playing it on 3DS. So yeah, I'm just curious as to how other people tackle their backlogs. I really find the dumbest stuff fascinating, you guys. I don't know. I'm sorry. If you don't find this interesting, I apologize. This is my channel. I'm gonna make what I want at the end of the day. So that's just the way it's gonna go. So I apologize. But hey, if you want to talk about your backlog, by all means, do so in the comments below, because I want to hear it. I want to hear what your methods are. I would imagine most people are just I haven't played this, and that's it, and they just do that, and then they remember it or something. Heck, I think some people that I know literally know that when they've beaten a game when they sell it back. So it's I don't know, everybody's different on that stuff. I just find I love games in general as a whole, so I like being able to just talk about so many different kinds, so many different games out there, and everybody has a backlog. Everybody has games they want to play, and so I always feel like that's a good way to get into a conversation about that kind of thing. So what are your methods? Tell me down below. Tell me what you think about... go check out How Long to Beat, absolutely, by the way. It's a great website. But tell me what you do to knock out the games off your list, because I'm curious as to other people's methods, and if anybody's as weird as I am when it comes to making out lists and that kind of stuff. So, yeah, thanks guys for watching. As always, like, comment, subscribe, and all that fun stuff. You know the deal. And keep on gaming.